All right, day 3. Day 1 3 times. Day 1 4 times. I mean, we've since the last time we've talked, I guess this is we've been through our 4th practice. Again, impressed with the energy level with our guys. They came out again today. Kind of change up practice as I try to do. We go a little good on good right off. So it was good to see. Really don't have much to report outside the fact that Dion Malone is out and will be out the rest of the year. Had a season-ending surgery last night in his knee, and so it's unfortunate in an area that we were already struggling with a little bit of some depth issues. But again, that's why they call it coaching. We got to continue to develop guys and bring guys along. Had a few other guys out with a little bit of nicks, little nagging injuries, nothing major to report. They should all be back ready to go for tomorrow. I'm excited about the start of full pads tomorrow. I think that's going to be huge for us. We'll do a little bit of some good on good, some 2 on 2, what we call a Razorback drill. So I'm excited about that. And with that, I'll open up for questions.
Raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you.
Jed, did Dion hurt his knee in practice, or was it a chronic thing? And I guess he's still got some eligibility left, I think. Or is this it for him?
It was in practice. It wasn't a pass rush drill, and so it wasn't the knee that he's had problems with in the past. It was the other one. So as far as eligibility, of course, we'll get to that point at some. We'll look at that down the road. Right now, our main focus with him was just getting him back. He actually came out the last part of practice, and so just excited to get him back around these guys, and we'll talk about what's next down the road.
What have you seen from the centers, and how are they adjusting to the shotgun snap on a full-time basis now?
Yeah, we try to put them in a wet ball situation quite a bit to see how that works. We've been inconsistent in snapping the ball. We've been good, but we just hadn't had the consistent where we want it. Some are here, some are low. We want that consistent. We're kind of right in here in the numbers. So those are things we're working on, rolling guys around. But you expected that. That's really not a big concern of mine right now.
Any update on kicking situation, punting situation, do any of that work?
Yeah, we actually got into some not necessarily live punting work, but some rush today. And it was good to see, both Blake and Reed. I thought we did some good things there. We put in our punt situational stuff. So we'll know more as the week goes. We're going to try to get into some live rush and see how these guys respond this week before our scrimmage.
Just Hassan will Dylan Hayes practice again, and also I guess Jalen Merrick and Guidry. Kind of what's their status?
Well, we hope to get Jalen back. We're hoping within the next few days, early next week. Briston is still kind of day-to-day right now with his knee. So we anticipate getting him back. I think hopefully maybe toward the end of next week. And then as far as center right now, Dylan. Dylan is a guy that's been day-to-day as well. He started out the first couple practices and kept him out the last 2, so maybe we'll try to get him back in and get him going for the latter part of this week.
What's he had? Just a knee or?
No, it's a back. He's got a strain right now, so we'll hope to get him back quick.
I got away from the mic. What's Merrick's deal? It seems like you got some linemen that are out for a while or for the year, and then you got some guys. I mean, it just seems like you're having a lot of.
Yeah, we're rolling a lot of guys in and out, kind of moving guys around. Jalen was experiencing some headaches through the course of summer, and so we're just kind of doing some precautionary things, getting things checked out with him.
And then, like I say, with is it disconcerting? You haven't even had full pads yet, and you got a lot of linemen with dealing with issues. I guess just kind of snake bit there a little bit.
Well, I mean, it's part of football. I mean, it's part of football. You go through, and I don't think outside of the ones that we've already mentioned that are major injuries, I think you deal with some bumps and bruises, nicks along the way, and you try to adjust your practice with these guys, and fortunately we'll be getting them back.
And Monteric Brown, he had a pretty nice break on the ball, almost had a pick 6. What do you think of that play? What do you thought of Montero? He's a pretty heralded recruit. We hadn't, redshirt and hadn't heard a lot about him.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's actually having a really good camp through 4 practices. And I think that the play you're referring to early on in practice just reaffirms the type of camp that he's having. Of course, going in there, obviously there's things you got to do to continue to get better and improve, but he's having a good camp so far. We'll see how it goes.
Deion Stewart was out there in yellow as well. Could you provide an update on him as well?
Yeah, Deion was. I think he was hamstring or something like that. It was something minor. It wasn't expected to get him back. Again, early in camp, you guys get really sore. You find more of DBs that don't have hamstring problems because they do a lot of backpedaling, as opposed to wide receivers when you're accelerating and you're bursting. Backpedaling really helps build the hamstring up, and you're constantly keeping it loose, as opposed to sprinting straight ahead as a wide receiver. So that's why you see some guys that have a tight hamstring, for precautionary reasons, will hold them a little bit.
Kind of what are you looking for in that? I guess I assume you start full pads tomorrow. Kind of what do you look for those first couple of full pad practices?
Well, we'll continue. We did some situational stuff today, and we'll continue to add some situational things, and we'll get out there and see what our young guys got. I mean, we know the guys that'll get out there and they're experienced and have played and hit. We want to see a lot of competition going on tomorrow. We want to see a lot of excitement, guys flying around. There'll be several periods. I say several. There'll be a few periods that will be live. But a lot of us just learning how to practice in full pads. And not every period is going to be live to the ground. There'll be times that we're in thud mode. But when we are live, we expect it to go. But we'll see some 2-on-2, 1-on-1s early in practice. A lot of energy is what I'm really looking for. Guys working their technique with the pads on now.
Hey, Brandon will work out here. Hey, just the far we saw, each kicker missed, I think, a 47-yarder, so obviously not a chippy. But did those guys do some other stuff, or just how do you feel about the place kickers right now?
Well, I think we were in that situational stuff that early on, and try to put stress on them a little bit and see where they are. And it was disappointing that they missed them, but again, you learn from it and get one shot, one kick, and here we go, and we got to roll the next period. So, and they go and get their work in, and as camp goes, we'll continue to put them in a little bit tougher situations at times. It was a no rush period. That was what was disappointing, but again, those guys will continue to work on it. I'm not concerned right now.